Hey everybody, Cal here, coming to you with episode 4 of our Lizardmen Let's Play of Total War Warhammer 2. Last time, where we left things off, was we had taken the mirror pool of Tepak, and we performed the Rite of Primeval Glory, basically just to see what it did, because we had the money. And as you can see, we used all our money. It gave us a whole bunch of dinosaurs, is what it did, which I guess I should not have been surprised by, because it says right there, it says right in the ritual that it's going to summon a bunch of dinosaurs. So I guess I got what I paid for. Only problem is we definitely can't afford all these dinosaurs. One thing we could do is we could disband Ss'ildra Tor over here, but I have a feeling that if we don't go and scout these all out now, they're going to get filled up by our neighbors in short order. So I'd like us to continue on with that, which means that we're going to have to make some tough calls about what we're going to keep and what we're not going to keep here in Mazdamundi's army. One thing to note is that even though, I mean, these units are all very expensive, 452 for the Feral Stegodons, 580 for Carnosaur, our Saurus Warriors are not cheap either. So I think what we're going to do is merge together some of these Saurus Warrior units, and I think 4 is enough. Okay, so that brings us back down to minus 1k. We definitely don't need 2 Feral Carnosaurs. That brings us to minus 465, and this extra Feral Bastillodon, we're not actually that far away from being just able to recruit one on our own. So that brings us to minus 211, and we'll drop the lowest Feral Stegodon as well. That brings us up to plus 241. So we're now stable, and this army should still be more than sufficient to take care of the rebellions we have brewing in the next few turns. So down here at Skeggy, we're expecting a rebellion in 2 turns. I think it's 2 turns. Yep. And up here at the Mirror Pool of Tepak, it's 3 turns. So what we're going to do is we're going to run down here, hit the Rebellion at Skeggy on the turn that it spawns, and then run all the way back up here and try to take out the one at the Mirror Pool of Tepak. And hopefully nothing else goes wrong in the next 3 or 4 turns. I have a feeling these elves don't like us very much. They could very well decide to push in against us. Despite that, I think we're going to go for just straight growth here initially, because I think we can keep the money up because we're not going to have this second army for very much longer, I don't think. And our army will be nearby. So that's that done. So yeah, we're on from very negative to a little bit positive. The Lizardmen units are all very expensive. Basically, I need to stop getting all these really expensive units this early in the game, and just stick with skinks for the most part. I can't afford most of these guys, although they are fun. So I'll keep them around as long as I can. Lord Mazdamundi also has a skill point to use. I think, upgrading the mirror, the Net talk sounds okay. Curse of the Midnight Wind, that would add more utility. So I think we're gonna go for more spells, and depending on which one ends up getting used more, we can think about putting a second point into it at a later time. I really like how they improved the points in Magic. In Warhammer 1, just having the cooldown reduced just meant that you could burn through all your magic faster, which was not actually a good strategy. Right, and okay, so I have a feeling there's another. It seems like there'd be another settlement down here somewhere, so I'm just gonna this way a little bit. Yes, okay. So we're gonna head on down this way to the Shrine of Sotek. We will force march just to get a little bit closer, just to make sure that we don't miss it on the way in. There's a whole bunch of resources. There's marble over here, and berries or something over here, and dye over here. we don't really have the money to expand into all this quite yet. So Mazdamundi can't move anymore. That's all the building we can do in here. We could upgrade the Skink Foraging Camp, but I think we're gonna hold off on that. We don't have tons of money to spread around, and we're gonna need some here next turn. So with that, also I did notice just after I closed the last episode, this Sunburst Standard of Hexuatl, it wants us to perform the Rite of Ferocity, which unfortunately was something we did on like turn 3, I think. So it's not going to be available again for the 15 turns, and it didn't trigger the quest because I think it was, even though it was already active. So we sort of jumped the gun, I guess, and got ahead of ourselves a bit, just a bit with all these dinosaurs. But we'll go ahead and end the turn. Yeah. So we have. I think this turn is mainly this episode is mainly going to be just running around, putting down rebellions, and building ourselves up. We've expanded quite a lot. We're only 15 turns, I suppose 16 now, 16 turns into the game, and we've grown out very fast. Billings, what would you like? Okay, interesting. Why am I talking when it's Mr. Billings here? Please call your warriors. Join their war against the Blue Vipers. Well, I don't have any wars right now, and they could only come at me through his land. So, yeah, I think that's probably okay. I think we need to go war against somebody, and the Dark Elves, we can't take any of their lands except for the Fallen Gates, which I'm a little bit peeved. They snuck in there and took that. Okay, so we've got a blood sacrifice here. Relations with a nearby settlement have deteriorated. Their interpretation of the Great Plan may be at odds with the Old One's intentions. Your land mage priests inform you of a new ritual to recharge the geomantic web. The price is a sacrifice. Will you raid for captives and sacrifice them, or leave your neighbors be, as time may yet prove their vision correct? Okay, so sacrifice them. Wins a Patrick reserve plus 14 for all forces, and minus 10 diplomatic relations with Ss'ildra Tor, or plus 10 with Ss'ildra Tor, and we don't get our crazy magic buff. That is a pretty crazy magic buff, but I don't think we need it. Unless we want to spam the heck out of Net of Avantalk or something, which I'm not sure that's a valuable way to spend our magic. So I think I'll just leave them be. As I was just saying, I really don't want them to attack me. Okay, so we cleared this out. So I think there was a special... so this is the building that generates the ancient plaques, 10 per turn. So that's 5 turns to build it. So we'll go ahead, get that cooking. What is the... Yeah, the garrison here is not great. So we're going to run Mazdamundi down this way, although, yeah, if we just walk him down, he will not be there in time to put down the rebellion. So run there as fast as he can. He has Feral Cold Ones, so he's not totally not going to be outmatched by anything, I don't think. We're going to go search the Shrine of Sotek here in a treasure hunt. Okay, so in the midst of this ruined city you find a library. Although most of the building is already been destroyed by fire, there's a hidden chamber. Inside there are a pair of books written in an ancient language. Beckoning your translator, you hand him the tomes for his consideration. Leave the books, translate the first book, second book, sell the books. Selling the books, Lizardmen want the ancient knowledge, right? So, first book or the second book? First book. Okay. Treasury minus 500 and the tattered library. Oh wow, okay. Translator gives you back the book, his hands shaking. He informs you that it is a tome of great import, the contents of which will change the way we view the world forever. So cost us 500 treasury, but we got plus 25% research rate for 5 turns. So that's I think that just amounts to basically, an extra turn and a bit of research in 4 turns, so that's not that great really. But 500 money is not too expensive, so that's cool. There's also a shipwreck down here. So what I might do is hop out into the water, grab the shipwreck, and then come back in for Pahuax. Although we are quite near to the Blue Vipers now, who we just went to war with. So I have to keep that in mind. Mazdamundi, nothing really needs to be done here, I don't think. Chotex Causeways can be upgraded, but we're not going to do it. What's this? Skeggy's going to rebel. Yep, we're dealing with it. We have a plan. That's Skeggy coming back, I guess. There's also this treasure out here, which I wish I had time to pop out and pop back in, but I don't think I do. I think I have to run straight back towards the mirror pool, or we will be quite screwed. Quite screwed, I think. Alright, so humans run around. There's quite a few Beastmen armies wandering around somewhere in the world. War babies. Recent spawnings have favored the artisan skinks over the Saurus warrior caste. Indeed, workers are important to the great plan, but the world is threatened from within and also must be defended. You must be prepared for whatever foul ploy the vile servants of the ancient enemy or the great horned rat may unleash next. So ensure more Saurus warriors are spawned. So that reduces the recruitment cost for Saurus units. Okay. Or do not intervene and reduce the cost of skink spawnings. I think we're actually going to be recruiting skinks in the next couple turns. So this would have been useful a few turns ago, but we're not going to intervene. So we're being raided by Skeggy. We've completed another mission. Imminent rebellion back in the Forest of the Viper, which is up here, which we are aware of. Go into regular stance. Aelfric Frisk. That's actually probably very much best on the flying units here. Do they already have this resistance? They do. So this puts them up to 23%. That's pretty good. 25% resistance to missiles for a flying unit is very helpful. But this is not an interesting battle. We've fought the Norskins before, and won plenty. Right now, I think we're just mainly after money. Burning Blade of Chotek. Flaming attacks and weapon strength +3. Neat. I don't think we really have anyone to assign that to. Oh dear. That is an inconvenient place for him to have wandered off to. I think I'm going to have to stay here and fight this rebellion then next turn. And I don't know how I'm going to deal with the mirror pool. Don't know what I'm going to do about this. So this is ready for upgrade, which I would very much like to do. But hopefully whatever army spawns, it takes them a couple turns to get sorted out. That should give us time to... I guess we're going to have to march all the way around, because I don't think they're coming out of here. This is not a port, so that's at least 1 turn over here, 2 turns back. I think it's about the same either way. Okay, so Ss'ildra Tor gets in the water this turn. We get technology research next turn. That's fine. And I think... Oh, well, we should give our customary gift to Zlanupek. Oh my god, I'm completely hopeless on these names. I'm real sorry, guys. I'm real sorry. I'm giving them money, so maybe... I mean, that should help the fact that I have no idea how to pronounce their name. So they are still improving, still getting positive. Really wish they would give me... Really wish they would be willing to give me something here. Voice acting on this is... it must have been a fun day. Okay. So I think that's all the stuff we can do here now. Yeah, go in and... Yep, I'm aware. I'm aware it can be upgraded. Resolve that. And we gain a level here. Wins power magic reserve for the enemy minus 15 in the local region. That might be helpful. I don't think we particularly need it right now. I think evasion sounds generally more useful. Make our lord a little faster, a little more nimble. For a big fat toad man. Yeah, we're gonna just leave that. There are the Skaven rebels. We have to hurry very fast, get over there and crush them. Okay, so they wandered off somewhere. Those are the Lizardmen we are not currently courting. Seems difficult to get trade agreements going with Lizardmen. Chosen ones. Ensure that one of the following buildings have been constructed. Spawning pools the chosen Temple Guard Barracks, Blood Shrines of Sotek. Okay, so spawn pools the chosen Temple Guard Barracks, Blood Shrines of Sotek. I think those are all recruitment buildings for heroes. Yes, I think that's what those are. We have Rebellion. We finished some research. And we're getting some rating from both of our rebellions. Like this rebellion here, getting 17 money a turn. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just finish these fellas off. Nice and easy. Once again, we'll take the cash. We rather need it. So we killed Alfred Frisk. Height of the... oh my goodness, what is this? Armor +4, leadership -8, missile resistance 15%, causes fear, causes terror. The wearer's appearance is fearsome to behold. The hide exudes a toxic slime that slowly poisons them and dulls their mind. Okay, so what is... That is quite a lot of stuff. That is very cool. Does Mazdamundi... He doesn't currently cause terror or fear, does he? He has a lot of things, but he doesn't do that. So the enchanted shield is 3 armor and 5 melee defense. This would be missile resistance, 1 more armor, but we lose melee defense and leadership. Leadership is 89, so it's not a huge deal. We're gonna go for it for now. There may be a more appropriate lord to give it to at a later date. This Lord Bloodshed is as well sort of weird for Mazdamundi. It might make sense once he gets his mount, but at the moment it's fairly odd. And we will finish this rebellion off. Easy. This one I think we're going to eat this one. And that's gotten us up to level 10. Confident attacker, very nice. What skills shall we give him? We can go into second tier. We don't really have a problem with the undead at the moment. Shield of Safari, map wide, active casting. This is... Right, so while Mazdamundi is casting for 9 seconds, everyone gets 11% damage resistance, which is unbelievably useful. There's also the Common of Castador, which would give us a direct damage spell to use, which might be particularly useful against Skaven if we're fighting them. And Arcane Unforging, which is... What is Arcane Unforging? Oh, it's a direct damage spell, good against a single combatant. So we have some direct damage spells to look at here. I think we're doing really well with just lots of healing. So the Shield of Sapphire seems really good. I'm gonna go back on what I said, and I'm gonna head out to sea instead of overland. It looks like I'm gonna make it over here faster this way. I hope so anyway. Oh, Exwaddle got upgraded. We have a good bit of money right now. So, I think we would like to get the Ziggurat of Dawn upgraded all the way. So that's good. Also like to upgrade this gold smelter. Let's see, this is 4,000 for 250 more turn. It's not a terrible deal. 2,500 for 100. That's a similar amount. But we can also get tier 3 recruitment buildings. Of course, I can't really afford them. There's also the Geomantic Pylon, which would give us our next tier of that brings up the next tier of research. Yeah, interpreting the old ones meaning that's on this one up here. Oh, what is it? Nope, wrong button. Public order +1 all provinces. That is also... Oh, but we need all 4 buildings, I think. Scrying Pool, Shrine of the Old Ones, Geomantic Pylon. I don't think we have the Scrying Pool built. But... so we can't afford this yet. How much is it? That's 6k. We could also... Right, so this is public order, income from all buildings, all regions in this province. Unit experience +1, income from post-battle loot +2% faction-wide. Okay, so this is income from this province, income from post-battle loot. Both give untainted. This one gives increases public order as well. Interesting. I think we're just gonna go for money right now. Sad as that sounds. I mean, there's the Old One Monument, Geomantic Pylon. I mean, we can't even put in commandments in our nearest 2 settlements, so it's gonna have to be what's this one? This is ambush stuff, Kamboot, and yes, this is hero success chance +10%. I think that's just all heroes everywhere, and the rest is for local characters and local armies. We are spoiled for choice here, but we just don't have enough money to do everything. Don't have enough money to do everything. It's very sad. I wish we had all the money. Okay, so that answers its own question. Upgrade the gold smelter. That'll be 5 turns, and that'll help our income. Meantime, send Mazdamundi up there, and we have a shipwreck to inspect here for 2,500 money and 1,500 experience for Camo Tor here, gaining all this experience all by himself. Monster of the Seas. He's given up the bloated corpse of a large monster. I think we already read this one. 2,500 treasury, 1,500 experience. Get him onto the land here. and hopefully he'll be ready to take that next turn, and then we can disband him. Not sure what this is, but we can put a point into Camo Tor here, and I think Feral Carnosaur units, that's very specific. Croxagores and Temple Guards. Interesting. Swift Rider. Pterodons and Cold Ones. This is Skinks. All the Skinks. And this is Saurus. Weapon Strength here. This is Bastiladons and Stegodons. So I think buffing Saurus is probably the way to go. Yeah, so we'll go with that. He doesn't have an army, so it's kind of a moot point. What is this? We can upgrade the Mirror Pool of Tepok. Yeah, I know I can do that. I'm going to wait for the Skaven. I'm going to try to deal with the Skaven Rebellion first. So skip over that, and we should check diplomacy. With these guys, they're all the way up at +1. Are they interested in doing anything right now? No. Still improving though. Still improving. So go and end the turn there. Feeling this rebellion is going to attack this turn. I really just wish they would not, but that's my sense, is that they're going to go in immediately. Typically, if your settlements aren't very built up, then the rebellions are small and they go in quickly. They don't spend tons of turns buffing themselves up. Oh, no, they're just still sat there. The Cobra. Oh, a new quest. Construct a Shrine of the Old Ones. The Great Vortex of the High Elves is under attack. For millennia, the Asur have arrogantly believed it is their magic that has sustained the Vortex. While they may have put the arcane foundations in place, it is the great warding of this land, a massive undertaking that keeps most mage priests dormant. Such as the concentration needed that has kept the Vortex functioning. However, since the comet, great warding suffers. Lord Mazdamundi, always the most licentious, I have no idea what that word is, of Slan, has set about rectifying this by removing the taint of the warm bloods from his realm. So Ancient Blacks +20, Treasury +1500, so Shrine of the Old Ones. The right kind of warrior. Rumors reach you of forces loyal to your ancient enemy, the ruinous ones, obtaining a vile, corrupted foothold on lustrial soil. However, you recently instituted a new spawning program, resulting in many new Lizardmen of the wrong caste. Will you send your depleted armies out or institute a fresh spawning of deadly Saurus warriors? So strike now is untainted and increase recruitment costs, or wait then strike. 5 turns of +1 chaos corruption. I think that's going to be fine. So they're still building up. Army's still not huge. Now we can get there in full speed, but the question is, can we get there if we just go nip around the corner like this? Yeah, I think we can. That'll be good. Right, and I now believe we're in range of the settlement, so if they attack, we'll be there, so I'm now confident that we can win this. So we can go ahead and pop this in. I don't think there's a chance that they're gonna be able to do anything about it before we get in there. Pahuax is kind of too far away for us to get there. We'll run straight in. Next turn we can poke in there and get it. Okay. And this continues to last for 15 turns. How long is... I think we have quite a bit of like skink recruitment buffs as well in the next few turns. So I'm going to hope to... do we have no recruitment buildings here. I wanted to take advantage of those, but if we can't, then we can't. That's all there's going to be about it. So what was our mission for the Cobra Mace? Shrine of the Old Ones. Which one is the Shrine of the Old Ones? This one right here. Okay, so we were considering... This is one of the ones we were considering last time. So when we get 4K money, which may take a while, we will start that up. And with that, I think we will end the turn. And we appear to be... are we at war with the elves here? We are. I think we just missed the invited to war against us, so... that's gonna be a problem, I think. Now we have a war on either front. Hopefully the humans can hold off the Blue Vipers in the south while we deal with the elves in the north. It's okay though, because we kind of wanted to take that whole province, so now they've given us an excuse. Okay, so they're continuing to raid. We were aware they would do something like that. Successfully carried out any hero action. Okay, I need to get a hero before I can do that. Lord is ready for duty again. Oh, heroic spawning. Rare spawning has produced a warrior of superior physical prowess who is now available for service. Onwards in the service of the Great Plan. So we got a Sora Scar veteran recruited. Nice, except, you know, for the money he costs. Okay, so he increases public order passively. So that's good because public order is in the dumpster for some reason. It's just normal stuff. How is Skeggy doing? They're only -2, so the military crackdown is still in effect there. So I don't know if there's a point in us sending him up towards there, but one of the things you could assault the garrison, that might be helpful. I actually think that I'd prefer to have him just nip down here and take a look at what's going on in the jungle. Okay, we don't seem to have any problems here. Now if we go into Astromancy's dance, are we still going to have enough movement to get in there? I think we are. Okay. Here's a treasure hunt. So, while searching through the ruins, you find a hidden tunnel in the basement of an old building. You notice that the wall is lined with deep and bloody scratch marks. This begs the question, was the door shut to keep something in, or to keep something out? You ignore the tunnel, enter the tunnel, send scouts to investigate, or collapse the tunnel. I think sending scouts to investigate, entering the tunnel, something in or out. Well, definitely not going to ignore it. That sounds terrible. Collapsing the tunnel, I can't see how we would get any loot from that. Sending scouts or entering the tunnel seems like the only reasonable things to do. And entering the tunnel is the bold move. So Camo Tor got wounded. Okay, well, from deep within the tunnel comes a deafening howl, followed by a savage, many-tentacled beast that attacks without warning. In the ensuing fight, several of your party are badly wounded, but all manage to escape. So, we're gonna kick him out right after this anyway. But I don't think any of our ruin searching went well. It all sort of ended badly. That's unfortunate. But we can get into... Oh, we can get into the city as well. Alright. We don't have movement to attack yet, but we are in the city. Not sure why we couldn't attack that turn. That's a little weird. But yeah, those ruins, they kind of suck. Like I gotta say, the shipwrecks have been paying out really nicely and consistently, whereas the ruins, I don't know, like logically, none of the choices seems like an obvious correct or wrong one, and I'm not sure if I'm just picking the wrong one or if there's an RNG involved or something. I'm just getting unlucky, but it's not really seeming worth it at the moment. But for the time being, our income is positive, just barely. And next turn we'll be able to put down the rebellion. So for now, we were still saving up money for the geomantic pylon, or no, the Shrine of the Old Ones. And we'll go in the turn. Get ready here to do battle with some Skaven. Hope they come in and attack. That would make things much easier. There are the elves. Going to ruin my day. Trouble is this region has a big hole in the middle of it where we can't walk. So if I go down, they go up. If I go up, they go down. Ah, we're getting sieged. Okay. Strict gains Veer. Okay, so this is him being in a region with low public order again. We're going to go ahead and attack this. Sadly, this is just a complete total stomp. We're going to take the money again. Killed the enemy. Hibernation Attendant. Casualty replenishment rate plus 5% in the Lord's Army. That's helpful. Go and finish the job. And this one, I think we're going to sacrifice to Sotek. Yes, leadership plus 4 and 100 experience for 5 turns. That sounds amazing, actually. Another magic item. The Sacred Stegodon Helm of Itza. Armor plus 4, charge bonus plus 20, melee defense plus 5. Charge bonus plus 20. That's amazingly good. Okay, I will take it. Where is the helm? The reverence due of Aslan, or is a mighty symbol of power. Cool. So we got another level, and this one I think we're going to put into one of our direct damage spells. So if we're going up against elves next, I don't think we have anything that'll take out a lord very easily. So I think we're going to need Arcade Unforging. Says it's strong versus a single combatant, so we'll put a point in there. We'll have a magical way to go and attack some elves. So I think we have to run down this way because well, maybe they can't run all the way up here. They're not in range to reinforce, so they could just, sack it in front of us and run away or something. I think they can force march all the way down here. So I think we're gonna have to force march in here. Actually, we'll just stay just outside in these trees here, in range for reinforcement. And I doubt very much they have an army that can out and out defeat us. If they siege here, we can go and hit it. The only problem is that we have defenses to put up around us as well. Should probably give some of these magic items to Sakul here, our hero. So the charge bonus and melee defense sounds pretty good. The armor of the cold ones, yeah, it's cool, but I think he might actually charge into some stuff. A proper melee weapon, we're going to give him, I think, the Sword of Bloodshed. We'll leave Mazdamundi with the other one. Talisman, we can leave that on Mazdamundi. Potion of Strength, that once again makes more sense for this guy here, I think. Should be strong. He has combatants, and we'll leave that with Mazdamundi. He's a tactician, so he has a better leadership aura. All right. So I don't think it doesn't look like the these orcs are interested in coming up towards us anytime soon. So I'm just going to send Sako back up this way. Spread public order only increases by 1. Then hopefully he'll be able to come up and help against these here elves. Oh, are we not at war? No, yeah, we're at war with the elves. We're definitely at war with the elves. All right. So things are moving along here. I don't think we got any battles this episode. So I think no matter how small it is, I'm gonna fight whatever comes next. I'd like to get at least one in here. So it's kind of depressing that we don't have more battles happening. Nothing I can really do about that, though. As I said, this is mainly a building up type episode. We've done a lot of expansion lately, and now it's time to shore up this position. I don't think the elves are gonna try to siege Maripool. We might try to set up an ambush here between Chotek's Causeway and the Fallen Gates. But yeah, they're just gonna sit in there and camp. Ensure that an old one trough is being constructed. Apparently we did that. I wasn't even paying attention really. Anyway, that was the gold mine. So we could go in there to the Fallen Gates. They have almost a full stack, plus whatever's in the garrison there. So they have a full stack plus 5 stuff, and we have an army of 13, a very expensive army of 13, plus feral cold ones. I don't think that's enough to take them, though. Unfortunately, I mean, they are on forced march still, though. They are on forced march, so. I mean, 13. I mean, if this was Skaven numbers, 13 against 22 would be fine, but 13 against 22 and their elves. I mean, can't recruit anything here. Because so the conundrum is, if we move back into into the Isthmus of Lustria, which we should really upgrade things. 300, 150, 300 is 150 a turn for 3200. That's not a great deal compared to possibly some of the other things here. We could upgrade them all into the Fallen Gods to tier 3. But I think we wanted to build the Shrine of the Old Ones. That'll help out with the public order issues that we're continually having. And this, I would like to put this in the Beacon of Dawn. It's quite a cool unique building. Just passive experience gain sounds amazing. Okay, so 13 against 20. I mean, even with this army being much better. Those are terrible numbers. So I think we're gonna have to. All we can really do is we can set up an ambush here or here. Is this not jungle? Apparently that's not jungle. But this is. So we'll go here. We'll set up an ambush. And next turn, if they don't come out and attack us, then we can go in and attack them. With Sakul in the army, which is a pretty significant advantage, I think. I would really like to be able to recruit just a couple more units. I'm wondering if I should just grab back one of my lords here. So Hila maybe. Has no attributes at all, which is weird. But have him just recruit some skinks and run them up to me. So maybe I will do that. I don't have tons of cash, but we'll see how that goes. How many skinks can we recruit without things going completely sour? Oh, and we also have skink skirmishers as well available now. So skink cohort with javelins. Pin these. What's going on here? Why can't I pin? Okay. Pin these fellas. I can't compare these? Are they just identical, but these ones have javelins? Okay, so these are just... So these skinks are just a straight upgrade, and these ones are just cheap. Although still 285 recruitment is not too cheap. So if we recruited 3 of these, that's one thing. I think we're actually going to grab 3 of the ones with javelins. And I think that'll put us just under liquid. So we can run them on up. And how many more turns do we have on? Probably 8 turns. So we have plenty of time on that. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll end the turn here. We'll run up, siege, and hopefully be able to run this army up as well to reinforce. If it lasts more than 2 turns, then we have to then immediately disband this army that we small army that we gained. Oh! Haha! Successful ambush. I was not really expecting them to fall for that. Okay, we're gonna fight this. This is very good. Very, very good. I think my big old dinosaurs are going to be good ambushing units. Although they still outnumber us by quite a bit. We also have tons of magic, and we have the Count of Casador now. Or no, we have the one that can kill their lord. So we have more magic than we did originally. They had 1 unit here of these guys are different. What are they? Whoa, gamble on an 8. Also, there's this map. This is a cool looking map. Yeah. So 16. That's more like it. Okay, so we can start in the forest and dart out at them. Get all their ranged guys are in the back. So, and their melee's in the front. So they have 1 unit of Black Art Corsairs, and the rest is just Bleak Swords and Dread Spears. So, I mean, we want to get our melee troops just into their ranged. So think just running up out of the woods here is probably the best option there. I think we're going to put our temple guards. Do they have anyone who's particularly well armored? Blackheart Corsairs have a decent amount of armor. So what we'll do is keep the temple guards on the left, and they will hopefully be able to deal with the Blackheart Corsairs. Yeah, so all of our units will go in like that. We'll just lock. Oh, actually, let's put the skink cohort and skink cohort with javelins like that. So that unlock just to make sure things don't go weird. Oop. This is all just going to form one big old line straight up here. Come on, guys. We can definitely get closer than that. Okay. So we'll lock that unit, and we'll send them all charging straight in. We'll try to get the temple guards onto the Blackheart Corsairs. And our dinosaurs, we're going to send charging in from the other side. I think we're going to keep we'll put the solar engine on the hill, facing them ideally. It should be able to shoot down into their melee units. So let's face it, sort of at that stuff. And they don't have any large units, so I think we're going to keep the Carnosaur on the left, and we will have the Stegodons on the right. So Carnosaur over here, Stegodon here. You know, charging down the hill sounds pretty cool. And the final one we'll get into those swords as best we can. Yeah, we don't really want to get the spears into our dinosaurs. And then we can have our Fire Leech Bolas up in the front here. They should be able to just sort of hover around, throw down their range stuff, and wherever they clump up, we'll get ready to drop some bombs. So these guys will be we'll lock them similarly. Mazdamundi can sit here in the trees and throw magic out. And with that, I think we're going to go ahead and that's on 4. So we're going to go ahead and start the battle. Okay. Throw the net out attack on these guys. These guys melee, send them in here. Okay, now is there anywhere particularly nice to send in our explosions? Not as yet. As Monday could do with buffing up these guys over here. Fire Leech Bolas. Okay, so that took out a whole bunch of those guys. Mazdamundi should... and we can do this. Totally forgot about that. things are not going well for these fellows over here. Or throw this down over here. Do we have any dinosaurs we can send to help out over here? What happens? We do. Magic is low at the moment. Is there anything we can do to help over here? Really don't want to lose the temple guards right now. What else is happening around here? These guys are just chasing these fellas, getting all kinds of strung out here. Maybe not. Give them ultimate regeneration. 22% damage resistance on somebody. Okay, so send what we can against the Black Ark Corsairs. Okay, so these guys are being wasted out here. Have to get them back into the actual proper fight. All kinds of the groups doing useless things. Okay, but we're not just going to let it end there, because we still have plenty of work to do. So we're going to send you in against these fellas. You in over here. Where is the rest of them? Okay, so it appears that while I was panicking about losing the temple guard, which we seem to have kept alive, we were actually winning. So that's good. Where are the rest of their units? Because we have this Carnosaur, which we could send in here. And Stegodon. They didn't kill the other Stegodon, did they? Oh no, it's just rampaging. Against their lord or something? It's just over here. We can continue to heal up one of our single units. Okay. Go ahead and speed this up. Should have done that a minute ago, but yeah. Okay, so for an ambush, that didn't go as well as I'd hoped. But we can get some footage of the Carnosaur going to work over here. That's our problem is our numbers weren't great enough to actually give them a proper encirclement, so it was a little bit hectic. But I think that's good enough. Was a close victory. So I'm very glad we didn't charge in blindly against the elves initially. Good kill counts on basically everything. The temple guards were in a tough position there. I'm glad they made it out alive. Very glad. It could have gone extremely badly. Okay, so we could release captives for a sizable chunk of money, but I think we're gonna have to kill any of these ones. We got a standard of discipline, which is +4 leadership. That's okay. Rank from Asdamundi, and Kill and eat some elves. Okay, so they're back in the Fallen Gates, which I think next turn we can just run on up and squish them flat. New World colonies, shuffling their units all over the place. Yeah, so that's the problem with an ambush when you don't outnumber the enemy, is they just end up falling back, and it's just like a normal fight. So use the wisdom of the old ones to reduce the construction costs and increase the construction time, or do nothing. While studying some newly recovered ancient plaques, your skinks have rediscovered some long-lost building techniques that would enable the swift construction of high pyramids and mighty ziggurats, the likes of which have not been seen within Lustrian temple cities for ages past. Generally, such constructions rise slowly. Will you employ these new techniques or not? I think we absolutely will. We could use some some help building stuff. The Rite of Sotek has been unlocked. Can't remember what we had to do it, but we've succeeded. And sequence of marching. So we got our +3 leadership for all forces, and we're moving on to the +10 campaign movement range we were looking for. I got a fan waiver, which is another 5% casualty replenishment rate for Lord Mazdamundi. It's important to stay cool in the cloying, oppressive heat of the jungle. I'm not sure that's true, because we're actually literally cold-blooded. And a prize hunter. Upkeep -10% for Pterodon riders, Cold One, Stegodon, Bastillodon, and Carnosaur units. That is going to be quite helpful. Also got a good attacker. That's good. And bold. We got a lot of stuff in that. Okay. So, I think, looking at their army, I think we're confident to go in and encircle them. Oh wow. It says we can just squash them, but I think we're gonna fight this next time to have a proper battle against the Dark Elves. So we will encircle them here, and we'll end the episode there. We'll make sure our hero gets in here as well. He needs to which completes a mission. Yes. That was an action we got him to perform. Just go into the army. Okay. And then the last thing to do is see if we can get these skinks in. We cannot, so I think we're just going to boot this whole army right away. We don't need it, and we could use the money instead. Okay, so thanks for watching, everybody. I know there was a dearth of battles in this episode. Hopefully next time it'll be more exciting. We'll be butting heads with the Dark Elves, probably a little bit more, although not too far. I think we just want to force them to capitulate and then head on down south to start fighting these orcs who were sitting on all this nice land we'd like to own. So thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to give a like if you enjoyed the video, or a dislike if you didn't. If you leave a dislike, please do try to let me know in the comments what you thought I could have done better, or what you liked or didn't like. And once again, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you around here next time.